Alright, so getting ready to play, you need to know how to hold the guitar and where to put your fingers and all that. I've included links to detailed videos where that'll show you the right way to hold your guitar, the right posture, and where you place your fingers. And watch these videos. I need you to watch these videos once you're done with this lesson. Well, basically what you want to do is wrap your left hand. So this is your left hand, okay? You want to wrap your left hand around the neck of the guitar such that your thumb, okay, your thumb is behind the fretboard and your four fingers are in front of the fretboard. You're going to play the notes on the guitar using those fingers, those four fingers, right? Although in some situations you might have to hold down the low E string, which is this string, this thick string. You might have to hold it down with your thumb, but it's something that you do down the line once you start playing. But for now, just know that these four fingers here, those are in charge of playing the notes on the guitar. So I'm just going to show you a quick video of how this looks like. Okay, so you wrap your hand, your left hand, around the neck of the guitar and every finger to one fret. Okay, you want one finger per fret. You don't want to use the same finger you used on one fret on another fret. Okay, so that's just how it looks. Alright, so in terms of finger placement, there's a right way to position your fingers on the fretboard and the wrong way as well. The good fingering position, it requires you to adjust the tip of your fingers, okay? To adjust the tips, that's the tip of your fingers, to adjust the tip. And also just a friendly reminder that for those of you who probably have nails, you might want to cut them while you're learning how to play the guitar. I mean, I know some professional instrumentalists who can play with nails. I don't recommend it, and I'm not a fan of it. But if you can hold your ground, but like, I would just encourage you to cut your nails right now before you start playing the guitar. It's just going to cause you more harm than good. So you want your tip of the fingers to be pressing the fretboard, right? And you want to angle it at an almost 90 degrees, okay? Almost 90 degrees with the fretboard, so that your finger is not touching other strings that you don't intend to play. Because when you put your finger in a flat position like this, you're going to press other strings and you're going to mute the strings and it won't sound properly, okay? I'm just going to show you an example of what that sounds like. So here's my fingers. There, my fingers are at almost 90 degrees, okay? Just look at the angle. That's how your fingers are to press the fretboard. But see, if I place my finger flat, the sound is muted. So you can see the difference in how you place your fingers. And so this is the movement of how my thumb is on the sound hole. Okay, so moving on, before playing the guitar, you should always make sure that your guitar is tuned. This might be a daunting task for beginners, but with time and practice, you eventually get the hang of it. You just have to make sure you're always being gentle with the strings, as you know they can actually snap when tuning, and you don't want your guitar to snap in front of you. It can make you sad, and thinking of how to replace it and all that. So just always be careful when you're turning when you're turning the tuning pegs. Okay, there are a number of ways that you can tune your guitar. You can tune it to another instrument. So if you're somewhere, you're playing with a band, and there's a keyboard there or another guitarist there, and you need to tune your instrument, you can tell them, okay, play this note, and then you keep adjusting the tuning knobs until they sound exactly like what's on the other instrument. So you can also tune with an electronic tuner, which looks like this. It's just a clip-on to your guitar, and when you play the notes, it's going to tell you, whether you need to tune up or you need to tune down. You can tune with an app. I recommend this app, Guitar Tuner. I use it all the time. So it's also handy and it's free, so you can use it. You can also tune the guitar to itself. More of this is going to be like the explanation of how to tune your guitar is going to be in the appendix C of the resource section, because I don't want to go into all that details now, but it's something that you're going to develop over time. Just go through the resource I put in the resource section and practice on how you can tune your guitar. Alright, so the next thing we can talk about are the guitar strings names, right? Guitar has 5 strings here, and all the strings represent a note. Like if you just play a string, you're playing a note. Like I'm not even touching all these parts of the guitar. Like just take a guitar and just pluck a string, you're playing a note. Okay, so all the strings represent a note, and the notes that are on the guitar. Okay, so we have the E. Just a minute. So we have E. Okay, and that's the first string. So when you're looking from a bird's eye view, you're going to have the strings going from the thinnest strings, okay, thin to thick. Okay, and this first string and the last string are the same thing. They are E. The note is E on that string, but this is a high E and this is a low E. Okay, so between these two high E's and low E's, the second string is a B, the third is a G, the fourth is D, and this is E, this is A. So you should just know that when you play the string, you're playing the note E. Okay, the next is B, the next is G, the next is D, the next is A, the next is E again. So just playing those notes without touching any other part of the guitar, you're playing those notes. They're called the open string notes, okay, because you're not like putting your left finger down or anything. So there are many mnemonic devices that you can use to remember the names of the strings, but I always use the one that was coined by my elder sister Mimi Dambo, and it's funny. It's It Beans. So It Beans, Gary, Dodo, and Eba. I don't know if you want to eat that, but that's what I used to remember the names of the strings on the guitar, from the top string or the first string to the 6th string. So when I say like every string represents a note, it means that if you pick up a guitar and pluck that string, okay, you pick up a guitar and you just hit that string, it means you're going to sound a specific note. So if you're comparing the guitar strings with the keyboard, so this is just looking at the neck from this angle. Okay, if you put your guitar like vertically, if you put your guitar up and this is the headstock, if you put it this way, so that's kind of the angle we are looking at here. Okay, so this is the first string, the second string, the third, the fourth, the fifth, and the 6th string. Okay, now when you play those notes, if you play high E, you're playing this note on the keyboard. Okay, you're playing this note on the keyboard for this one, and so on and so forth. We remember when we talked about naming naming the notes on the keyboard, we said that whenever you see a pair of 2s, there's a C in front of it, and whenever you see a pair of 3 black keys, there's an F in front of it. So you can see how they correspond on the guitar as well. So these notes represent these strings. Okay, so when you're tuning your guitar as well, you could just say, oh, can you just play me a low E? Okay, maybe you take a piano and you play these notes on your piano. That means it should be the same sound with your E string here. If you play this one here, it should be the same with your E string here, and that's how you tune all the guitar strings. Okay, everything should be the same sound and pitch with those strings over there. Alright, we are just gonna end here and take it up in the next video.